Here's how you can create a Macbook in AutoCAD in less than 5 minutes. Now, before we start the video, keep in mind that this isn't a step-by-step tutorial, so I won't be going into all of the details. However, I will be giving you an overview of all the steps I took. So just keep that in mind. So this is the image that I'm going to use as a reference. So according to this, the lower part has a height of 2.24 centimeter and a width of 30.41 centimeter. And that's what I'm going to recreate using the line tool. Just press L on the screen and select the line tool and start drawing in orthographic mode. After that, just offset the lines by 0.5 centimeter, and that's what we're going to use to create the base. Now set a distance of your choice and start drawing the keyboard boundary exactly like this, and similarly draw the mouse beneath it as well. And now to create the buttons, first divide the keyboard into 6 parts by offsetting the line at a distance of 1.87 cm. And to create the space between them, offset each of them at 0.1 cm. Now do the exact same thing for the vertical lines as well and separate each of those lines at a distance of 0.25 cm. And now using the trim command, erase the line parts you don't need, and there you have your buttons. But keep in mind the placement and size of the buttons as well using the reference so that you can get a similar results. Now at the top of the shape, draw a relatively smaller rectangle and offset its side, and using the trim command remove them as well. Now before we turn this entire shape into 3D, select the shapes and go to modify and hit join. What this does is it turns individual lines into a closed shape so that when we extrude it, we can extrude it as a solid and not as a surface. Otherwise you will get something like this. Yeah, nobody wants that, so make sure of that. And here you can just put on some good music and do the rest of the work so you don't just bore yourself with that. Now to turn this entire thing into 3D, first select the buttons and extrude them up, and then extrude the other shapes as well. And for the boundary of the buttons, move it up and place it so that it is intersecting a little bit with the base mesh. Now in order to make a rectangle hole in it, go to the command line and type in subtract. Select the base mesh, hit enter, and then select the other shape, hit enter, and then hit enter again. And there you have your subtracted shape. Now you can do the same thing for the mouse as well. And now to create the base below it, you can copy the same shape and move it down. And after that, you can give all of its side a fillet radius of 5 cm so that we can get this smooth transition between the two shapes. And also you can give a little bit of fillet to the edges of the upper body as well to make it more roundish. Now the base body is done, and to create the screen, we're going to repeat the exact same steps we did for the base body. To create the screen, first I'm going to create a rectangle of the same dimensions, extrude the lines inside to create the screen. And here I'm going to add a circle for the camera as well. After you're done with the shapes, you can select all of the shapes and go to modify and join them together. After that, just select the shapes and extrude them, and make sure to move the camera and the screen a little bit up so that we can subtract them from the original shape as well, like we did for the mouse and the keyboard. After placing them, just go to subtract, select your base mesh, hit enter, and then select the other mesh, hit enter, and then hit enter again, and there you have your subtracted mesh. You can repeat the same step for the camera as well. Select the screen, go to the command line, type in move, and then move it to your desired area. And if you want to rotate it, you can just type in the command line rotate 3D, and you can rotate it along the x-axis as well. And there it is. There's your laptop in AutoCAD, and it's actually really easy to create this kind of thing. It's really repetitive. You're just repeating the same thing over and over again. So yeah, it's not that difficult, and I hope that you found this video helpful. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like and do subscribe to the channel as well.